module, we have seen about the basic chemical constituents of living bodies, and now we are going to see about the structure and function of carbohydrates and proteins. Now let us move into the module. First, we are going to see about the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are naturally occurring sugar compounds which is also known as saccharides. The term denotes the hydrates of carbon. It consists of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen molecule. The sources of carbohydrates are both healthier foods and unhealthier foods. The healthier foods are unprocessed or minimally processed foods which contains vitamins and minerals. The unhealthier foods are completely processed or refined foods which leads to weight gain, diabetes and also promotes the heart diseases. There are different types of carbohydrates are available. They are simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates have one or two monomers attached together, where complex carbohydrates have many monomers attached in a linear form. Simple carbohydrates are furtherly divided into monosaccharides and disaccharides, which are composed of glucose, sucrose, fructose, galactose, etc. Whereas complex carbohydrates are the sources of cellulose, starch and glycogen, etc. and it is categorized into polysaccharides and oligosaccharides. Okay, where all these carbohydrates come from? It has many sources. Simple sugars are found in fruits in the form of fructose. Galactose are present in all types of milk products, and maltose are rich in cereals, potatoes, etc. Majorly, sucrose is naturally occurs in honey containing vitamins and also minerals. Now coming to first type of carbohydrates, that is simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates consist of one or two monomers attached together. It is rich in milk, vegetables and fruits. It digests easily and releases glucose in the body immediately. They are empty calories because it don't possess any kind of fibers, vitamins and minerals. In this picture, you can see different types of simple carbohydrates like glucose, maltose, sucrose, etc. I have already said that simple carbohydrates are classified into two types. One is monosaccharides and another one is disaccharides. Monosaccharides contains only one monomer of sugar molecule which plays a special role in digestion and metabolism. Some monosaccharides are glucose and fructose. Glucose plays an important role in photosynthesis process, where fructose is the sweetest carbohydrate present in plants to attract insects and animals for pollination process. They are rich in vegetables, fruits, etc. Coming to disaccharides. Disaccharides contains two monomers of sugar molecule. Some disaccharides are sucrose, maltose and lactose. Sucrose consists of one glucose molecule and fructose molecule. Maltose consists of two molecules of glucose, and finally lactose consists of one molecule of glucose and one molecule of galactose. They are rich in maple syrup, honey, etc. To see about the second part of carbohydrate, that is complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are available in beans, peanuts, etc. These molecules are digested slowly and converted to glucose and releases energy in the body very slowly. It composed of many number of monomers of sugar molecules which plays a very important role in the structural growth. Complex carbohydrates are also known as polysaccharides, which consist of starch, glycogen and cellulose molecule. Starch is the long chain of glucose which are branched and straight. If they are straight, they are amylose, and if they are branched, they are amylopectin. They store energy in plant cells. Coming to glycogen. Glycogen is similar to amylopectin, but it stores energy in animal cells. They are not found in food, but we have to produce them in liver and muscles. Finally, cellulose. Cellulose is the type of fiber that is present in cell membrane which provides strength and support to the cell. Now coming to functions. Carbohydrates have distinct functions in our body. They provide energy to all the cells in our body. Also, it is a part of connective tissue in our body. The fibers present in the blood lowers the cholesterol level. Primarily, it protects protein from being burned so that it is used to produce the energy and growth and development for our body. Also, it maintains the healthy digestive system. We come to the second part of this module, that is structure, function of proteins. Proteins are large complex molecules. They are made up of large number of amino acids joined by polypeptide chains in linear form. They play a very important role in metabolism, digestion, structural growth, development, etc. Also, they are actively participating in basic functions of all the cells in our body. For the complete formation of proteins, it must undergo 4 levels. They are primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary structures. In primary structure, the exact sequence of amino acids in linear arrangement with the help of polypeptide chains. Secondary structure refers to folded structure which leads to the alpha helix and beta sheets due to the interaction between amino and carboxyl groups. Coming to tertiary structure, it represents the folding of further secondary structure which gives rise to 2 forms of protein. They are globular protein and fibrous protein. These structures are stabilized by the help of hydrogen bonds, electrostatic forces, etc. Finally, quaternary structure. The spatial arrangement of repeated tertiary structures leads to the very active protein molecule. Now, we are going to see about the major molecular forms of proteins. They are fibrous protein and globular protein. Fibrous protein are long, elongated and filamentous structure. They are insoluble in water. Keratin and myosin are examples of fibrous protein. Coming to globular protein, they are spherical in shape and soluble in water. The major examples of globular proteins are albumin and insulin. There are different forms of proteins are available in our body like contractile proteins, transport proteins, enzymes, antibodies, etc. We will see one by one. Now, enzyme. All proteins are not enzyme, but all enzymes are proteins. They are responsible for speeding up the chemical reactions. Also, it plays a vital role in regenerating and creating a DNA molecule for complex process. Coming to hormones. Hormones are acting as a chemical messengers which flows in the bloodstream to carry information from one cell to other cells, organs and also to the tissues. Antibodies are also known as immunoglobulins. When you got wound, you feel like fever, right? This is because of this antibody interactions. Antibody has the capacity to fight against foreign materials entering into our body, which leads to the increase in our body temperature, so that only we feel like fever after injury or wound. Next one is energy. The proteins are the major source of energy which helps in the body movement and also it provides energy for all the cellular functions. Proteins have variety of functions in our body like digestion, metabolism, growth, development. Also, it plays a vital role in cell communication and signaling. It is acting as a messengers in the form of hormones which transfers the information from one cell to another cell. Finally, we come to the conclusion of this module. Hope you have understand about the structure, function and types of carbohydrates and proteins. In the next module, we will see about the structure and function of lipids and nucleic acids. Thank you.